What's up, everybody? This is Jordan from the band Redefine, and I am the co-host on this week's The Loud Spot.
Yeah,
Intro
exactly.
song, please.
Go ahead and press it.
Oh, where's it at? I'm not. God damn it.
Dick.
Warning. The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh no! Oh boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
Jordan is here from a band called Redefined, who just played with AFROMAN, which I just found out. I had no idea.
It was awesome.
Was it cool, dude? Like,
oh man, it was the coolest thing ever.
Did you get to meet him and hang out with him? Like,
okay, so I got to do 2 nights. Like, it wasn't with Redefined. It was with my solo stuff, but I got to do it 2 nights in a row. And like the first night, it was just the vibes were real weird. Like, dude showed up like during my set, and then like I went to the little VIP room next door, and we got to chill for a little bit, and then he went on stage. Like, he made these people wait so long. Like, it was so bad. Like, I got done at like 8:30, 8:45. And I'm pretty sure he didn't get on stage till like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Like, we were just in the next room just smoking and drinking and just talking junk. Like, it was.
Well, hey, it could have been worse. It could have been diddied. You know?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it could have been that weird. It could have been
we didn't want it that weird.
So he didn't show up till you guys were in the middle of your set already.
Yeah, like he showed up super late, bro. Like, we didn't know if I thought I was going to finish and Tribble was going to come up to me and be like, so he's still not here. And I could see it on Tribble's face the whole time. That's the owner of the guy, of the place. And he was just, I could see it on his face because he told me like 8 times. He's like, you go on at 8:15. And I was like, okay, cool. And he come back like 5 minutes later. He's like, hey man, you go on at 8:15. Oh, he was worried dude was not going to show up. We all kind of were.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger they are, the more they make people wait. Good news about him is if he would have had more load-in equipment, it would have been a different story. But dude, I know a lot of his
drove himself.
Yeah, he's trapped
he showed up by himself with his gear, like in an old Cadillac. Like he has somebody fly to his car, drive it home for him after his sets and stuff like that. Like, so he stays in his own car, but he has someone else drive it for him to the location of where he's going.
So the only song I know from him is, well, there's 2 songs now I know from him is
yeah, that's right.
I was gonna go to class
because I got high.
Yeah, but then there's the other one that he sings now.
45 and 2 zigzags. That one.
Maybe that's all we need. No, okay. Well, there's that one too. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had the new one, the remake.
Did he do the remake of Because we got high.
Hunter got high.
Yeah. He did that one also.
Oh, he did it. He did them like back to back. Like he did the regular Because I Got High, and then he did Because Hunter Got High. And like the place we were at is super like not like right wing, but they're very American there.
Yeah.
And they loved it. Loved it both nights.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Dude, it was super cool. Like I said, I've done some cool stuff with this whole music thing. That was the most rock star I've ever felt in my life. Just hanging out, smoking with AFROMAN. That's like the broke man's Snoop Dogg, you know?
How did
right.
That's a good way to put it.
The poor man Snoop Dogg. Yeah. We called him the Snoop Dogg of Piedmont that night. That's what we kept calling him.
How did you guys even get hooked up with that gig?
The guy,
I guess owner, not Redefined, but your solo.
Yeah.
What's that called again?
Sleep Deprived.
Okay, how did Sleep Deprived get hooked up doing this concert?
I know Tribble through Redefined, and we had done shows. We've done a ton of shows there, and he knew that I did this like solo rap stuff, and that's all he knew about it because he's a rock and roll guy through and through, like Black Sabbath, Pantera, that's his jam, you know. And so he didn't know nothing about this, and he's like, "I'll put you on this because I got a rap guy coming," and he was like AFROMAN, and I was like
it's not exactly.
It's not the same at all, dude.
Right.
My music is so sad. And like the first night, you could just tell the crowd.
Yours is emo rap.
Yes. The first night, dude, the crowd was like, "Please get this guy off stage." Like I finished one song and I could hear people just talking. Like they did.
Yeah, but you probably sold about 50 tickets. I'm assuming.
They sold some. They moved some.
No. I'm saying you moved it by telling your friends, and that's the whole. You
Possibly,
know, we forget the reason why a lot of times promoters choose certain openers is one, location,
Yep.
right? You were just right around the corner.
Yep.
And then two, let's face it, the Carolinas don't have too much hip hop that they could probably rely on.
Not a whole lot.
And then you've played for him several times as Redefined and maybe even Sleep Deprived, that he's probably going to realize, well, Jordan can pull some tickets at least get the word out. So.
Look at his dog right there. On the,
Yeah, no. Give me attention, Dad.
I'm here.
Yeah. So,
well, let's talk about Redefined and see what Redefined's doing, because you guys are getting ready to tour. What's going on with Redefined?
June 18th through the 23rd, we're going to Texas, all over Texas, with Il Nino, Flaw, and A Killer's Confession.
Yes, are you guys coming to Oklahoma at all?
We're actually, Oklahoma City's the last night of the tour.
Dude, what day's that on?
It's the 23rd.
Which is
he needs a
June
date.
23rd.
He needs like a physical
I gotta look at
date.
actual calendar, because I don't know nothing, bro.
Pull it up, bro.
I'm surprised I knew those dates right off my head. It's a Sunday.
Dude,
Ooh,
you gotta come over, bro. Dude, I'll cook out. You're coming over.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll come pick you up. Whatever. Have the whole band over here. We'll do it.
Hey, if you can make it out, I'll put you on the list. You get in free.
I will make it out. And I will pay for my own ticket.
If you want.
Actually, just buy merchandise. That's what you usually do.
Okay,
Because Sebastian,
there you go.
he likes to be on the guest list, but if you put him on the guest list, he will buy a t-shirt.
I'll put him
or
on
like he did with Etched in Embers. He bought a t-shirt, that. You spent like $100 in merchandise.
To be fair, my buddy David actually did all that for me. He actually bought all the stuff.
He bought all of it for you.
Yeah, he did.
That's awesome.
This lion son of a bitch.
Hey, but it was still bought.
It was.
That's all that matters.
Oh, dude, I'm sure they appreciated that like crazy. $100, that's crazy to it. Like, we had a guy come up to us in Nebraska when we went out with Head PE, and he bought like $250 worth of shirts, and I almost just cried in front of this man. Like, because he's in like a button-up cowboy shirt with a big old belt buckle and with a cowboy hat, and he's like, I want 10 shirts. And I was like, that's $250. He's like, I don't care. I was like, what? I freaked out. I started shaking.
Yeah, but that's not Sebastian, apparently.
No.
Apparently he's
buddy
lying.
David. That's his buddy David.
Buddy David.
Look. I'm not going to lie. Redefined is such a good band. I literally love your guys' music. The first song I heard from you guys, Let's Party Till We Fucking Die. And then when you do that 80s rap song, those are two of my favorite songs from you guys. You guys just sound good. So I'm not surprised you're getting booked with great shows. And come on. I mean,
you're a liar. You didn't even know he opened for AFROMAN.
Because
he's not on the social medias like that.
That is I'm not on social media. That's also true.
That's right. Sebastian is on a new kick now. Hominis Dominus. I'm not going to be on social media. It's unhealthy for my health. And he's right. We can all agree.
We got to unplug sometimes, bro.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Jordan and myself, we have to be, because if I'm not on it, then you're not, and you're not on it, then we will never get anything done on this show.
To be fair, when I said I'm going to get off social media, I said, Sam got it.
Sam got it.
He'll post everything. It doesn't matter.
Dude, I do the same thing when I go on little hiatuses. I'm like, Dustin got it. I'm like, it'll be all right.
I don't even know if we're going to get to the other topics tonight that we're going to get into.
No, we're not. No,
probably not.
We're just going to keep pushing them forward. That's all we're going to do.
Before we get into our main, or one of our first topics tonight, besides Jordan and Redefined and what they're doing with their band and the AFROMAN concert he did on his solo project, let's play the first song. Sam loves this band called Silly Goose. And you know what? They're not bad. They're not bad. What's the name of the song? I wrote it down here. Live It Up. Check it out right here on the Loud Spot.
Get up, get up! We going to Silly G Flavor Town, motherfucker! Yeah! Y'all ready? Alright, let's go. I'm on a mission to win it. Every night we get in this band straight up at the street. Give me some money to A. Me and my boys are ripping up the stage. And what do we bring? So step it on up or sit the fuck down. Show some respect with this mentally in town. Start up the pit and watch them all fall. They call me the man, cause I'm always on the ball. just for the sound. Yeah, 'cause you're rocking with the ghost. Ooh, for the silly G flavor. Yeah, 'cause you're rocking with the ghost. Live it up, motherfucker. We going bananas up in this bitch.
Let's go.
Let's go. Look, guys, I'm gonna tell this to both of you, okay? I'm an entrepreneur. I've done a lot of things, okay? I've a lot of different businesses, and some have been very successful, some have been not, but I've never had a business that didn't make money. Every business I've ever started has always done decent, okay? Don't sleep on things that you're trying to accomplish. Don't wait for someone to tell you to go. Don't let anyone. If you ask for someone's advice and you wait for it, a lot of times you're just going to lose because you're waiting on somebody else's opinion. This happened to Serge Tankian, okay? He is the singer from System of a Down, which he has a very new book out, just came out May 14th, called Down with the System, which I do want to read. I almost bought it, but I was like, well, I'm going to kind of, you could have bought an autograph.
He looked for the footnotes. That's what he did. He looked for the excerpt free online.
Serge Tankian book for dummies, like
exactly. That's what I was waiting for. The book for dummies. For, yeah. So back in the end of 2002, early 2003, he was supposed to sign the band Muse, the very big band. Right. I think they're out of London, right? They're out of the UK.
Right.
Huge band.
Right.
So he saw them tour a bunch of times and wanted to sign them to his record label that he has on his own. They were already signed to a subsidiary of Warner Brothers. Okay, I believe it was Maverick Records.
Yep.
He asked Maverick to release them so he could sign them to his label. The price was $500,000, $500,000 to sign the band Muse. This is before Muse blew up big time, okay?
Right.
So he needs the money, goes to Sony Records because he was signed to Sony Records and figured, hey, I know these guys. I work with them. Maybe they'll lend me $500,000 so I could sign the band Muse. Yep. And what they said was, well, we don't know. We want to hear what their next album sounds like before we sign them to our record label.
Like a record label normally says.
Yeah, right. Well, he decides. He tells his attorney, "Let me know when the new album comes out, and when it does, we're going to go back to Sony Records, and here's the new album." Well, what he does is he's involved with some chick out in like fucking Australia or New Zealand, pays no attention to when the new album comes out. Sony Records goes under him.
No.
That's called sleeping almost on your competition.
No.
At the same time, I believe he's still signed to Sony Records. How weird is that, dude? Like how
I don't think it's weird. I think what happened is what happens in the music business all the time is because he wasn't paying attention. Sony Record already knew what was coming out and already had wind of who this band was.
Yep.
We can't say it in today's age because today's age is about a whole bunch of different things. It's like you need to be famous for us to give you money. Period. You know, and by then, if you're already famous, and Jordan can attest, if you're already making money and making a living off of this, there's no need to get signed anymore.
No,
because you can go to a bank and you can go to a bank and get a loan. Period. So, but I think what happened is the normal thing that happens in the bigger band business with the major four is they like to undercut people and get them for a lot cheaper and stuff like that.
That's in every industry, and I learned that lesson. I'm gonna tell you a story about me, but I learned that lesson the hard way. And the thing is, when you want something done, you just got to do it, because if you bring somebody else's attention to it, all they're gonna see is money in their eyes.
Yep.
And so, well, we can do it without you. So here's what happened to me. I was about 2018 or so.
Is this the penis story?
No, it's a different story.
Right. Just want to make sure.
So I was big time in the oil and gas industry back in that time. I had an oil and gas lease that I took that I did not pay for yet. It was about, I don't know, $200,000 we had to pay these mineral owners, but I did not pay for it yet. And we were going to sell it at this big convention. Okay. This guy was going to meet me there, pay us the money, and I was going to make I was probably going to make, I don't know, about 40, 50 grand off of that whole deal. This dude comes up to me right to my fucking face and says, "Hey man, I heard you didn't pay the owners for this lease yet." Now I should have, but I was going to wait till I got paid from him to pay the owners, right? Use their money to pay these guys. My dumb ass was like, "Oh, well, we have the contracts and we're just waiting for you to pay us. So that way we pay them. It's all good." He goes, "Oh, well, they filed an affidavit of non-payment on you." They never filed it. I believed him.
Sebastian, you got swindled. You got swindled. You got hoobastanked. You got.
And I told Sam when we first started this podcast, I will step on people's toes to get to where I need to be. Sam never liked that I said that, but it's
except for this podcast. We're still at 3 people listening to this podcast.
That's the way business works. And from ashes to new even says it in one of their songs. It goes, people stepping on each other because they living in the dream or something like that. That's the way business is business. Okay. That's the way.
A lot of that.
But Jordan and I will contest to this. There's certain heads you step on. There's certain heads you don't step on. And there's certain things
you kiss.
Exactly.
Thinking was obviously something they could step on because they didn't care.
Serge was fucking broke. Let's be real about this. Serge was broke. That's why he went to the record label and said, "Hey, can you float me this money so I can sign this band?"
I can't believe he thought that they wouldn't take the band from him. He
did not.
Like Jordan and I are sitting here going, you don't give up that information about a band that is probably going to be successful. It's the same thing in this industry. It's if you have something golden or you think is something golden, you kind of keep it to yourself.
He should have went to a bank, got a loan or something. He should have not have gone to another record company. Like, "Hey, check this band out."
But he learned a lesson, and he says that apparently in his book about how he learned a lesson, and that's the way business works.
Yeah, it does. It does. And so I can speak from a managerial booking agent. There's a lot of times poaching happens, right? So Jordan, we do business. We tend to do business, and something happens, and we can't do tours together. But Jordan has an agent. He has and Jordan is the kind of the band manager. But he has an agent. I go through him. I might say, "Jordan, hey, I'm thinking you're good for this."
Yeah.
And then Jordan will go, "Hey, follow it up with so and so." So that way, is this still Ryan? I don't want. I don't. Is this still Ryan?
Oh no! Ryan stepped down. It's Nick does all of our stuff now.
All right, so now it's Nick. So and then but I may let Jordan know, "Hey, this is good. I would like to do this," but he's telling me, "Awesome, I know it's coming." But go to Nick because Nick is my agent.
That way there.
But can you blame somebody for doing that at the same time. Like I told you, I would step on people's toes to get to where I need to be. Can you blame somebody for if your career, like, can you blame Muse for going ahead? Because Muse obviously knew they were talking to Surge. They knew they were talking to Surge. Do you blame Muse for going ahead and going with Sony Records?
I feel like I would have gone. I feel like I would have gone with Surge because I feel like I got a better deal from him.
Well, okay,
but as big with Surge, or
you're not going to get as big. That is true. Sony's got the distro and all that.
Well, but do you believe in yourself enough to say we can go with Surge, who's not as big as Sony, but we believe in ourselves that we're still going to get to where we need to be without Sony and sticking with Surge? Like that would be that would be hard to
go
with.
It'd be conflict.
Yeah. So with me, my thinking is, okay, we have Surge at that time and point in time. He had a big album. He looked good. He sounded good, but he was just an artist. At the end of the day, there was still
made him that.
Exactly. Yeah. There was puppet masters behind that. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. So to me, I would have said, do not sign with another stupid artist. Go with the one who offers you the money, aka the record label, the bank. Those are
look
the
how
people
big System of a Down is with Sony.
Right, exactly. Sony, yeah. Right. So I think Muse made the right decision at the end of the day. Yeah. I think if they would have
got screwed over, but
yeah. And I will give you a brief synopsis of my life and something that happened with me. I won't go into a long-winded like Sebastian does, and then start cussing like a sailor. But let's just say there was a certain band, and they had the number 4 and Strong. We'll put it that way. I was supposed to be their agent coming out of the record, out of the studio, but they were really hard because they went in pop punk and they came out really hard. And then I was like, I'm out. I'm glad I stepped aside because if I would have been there, I could have stopped them from being who they are today. So
yeah. And they're definitely they didn't go as far.
No, they did go farther.
No, they went further without Sam.
They went further without me. That's what I'm saying. Way. Yeah, 4 Year Strong. That's what I'm saying. 4 Year Strong was the band. I don't know I didn't know what to do with this heavy screamo.
Yeah.
Heavy stuff. So I had to step back and say, nah, I don't want to be a part of this project. I don't want to be their booking agent and manager. And I will tell you, well, whoever they got, and I don't even remember who they got, but obviously propelled them to the top. Yeah. And then I ended up falling in love with the goddamn genre of music.
Yeah.
It's just business is business, man. That's just the way it works. You know what I want to do right now? Jordan, because you're in Redefined.
I have a damn gnat. I have a gnat flying around in here. Gnat, you're going down.
One thing we didn't tell you before we started this show, before we get into other subjects, is
you have to show your booty hole. You have to show your booty hole.
The metal bands out there and the way they spell their names.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you. We got 5 here. Okay. Yeah. We're going to see if we can. I know one of them. For sure because I screenshot it and I read it. But besides that, I don't know the other bands' names. We want to know, can we read these bands' names? So people that are listening on audio.
Well, if these are those deathcore bands and stuff, there's no way.
You're gonna have to go to YouTube to see these. But here's the first one, okay?
What in the fuck?
What does that say? I think it says Redefined.
Yeah, that's our that's our new. We're changing direction of new metal to straight deathcore.
All right, so those of you guys who are at home, it literally is just a bunch of squiggly electric shock lines going up and down. Like there is no defined anything whatsoever. No. It is not redefined.
It is not.
So.
Okay, here's my question. If you're trying to brand yourself and brand your music and get people to know who you are, why would you spell your name so bad nobody could read it?
Dude, the band they just announced the tour going out with Lorna Shore and what is it? And it's like Swish Go Boogle Boo. That is like the name of their band, dude. Look it up when we get off here. I'm telling you, it's
Swish
Lagooga Boo or something.
I think he made that up.
I swear to you, look up the new Lorna Shore thing. It is so bad.
Unless you just don't want to make money doing music, then do this. But if you want to make money doing music, okay, here,
Sebastian, Let us know. Who is that?
I don't know.
What's the-
I don't know who that one was.
feel like
Wait,
I saw
how you
blood
can
in
you
there.
have? I can't. How
I don't
can
know
you-
who that is.
There's
I have no
blood
idea.
at the beginning or something like that.
Can
It was
you
on a
not-
concert. It was on a concert flyer that I pulled off the internet. I have no idea.
All right, so this might be Bupkis people, everyone at home looking at this. And
can
if
you
you
read
guys,
that?
again, if you guys want to see these things, come to our YouTube channel and look at this video somewhere in the middle. Sebastian, you can't put that up there and then expect and then not have a name for it.
I do know what. Yes,
so good.
I know one. I said I know one of them. I know. What this,
No, that's great. That's great.
Okay, I know what this one is. All right, can you guys read this one? I know what this one says.
Dying fetus.
Dying fetus.
Got
That
it.
is dying fetus.
That one's
Yeah.
way easier.
Yeah, way easier.
Way easier.
Okay, now what does this one say?
Oceano.
Dead. Is it
Oh,
Oceano?
I think
or
it is
Dead?
Oceano.
Oceano.
Oh, he knows. Good job.
I've been studying
Yeah.
my death
job.
metal
All right.
logos.
All
All right, and you got one more. You got one more.
No, we got two more. We got two more.
Oh, two
Okay,
more.
how about-
Ooh,
how about
good.
this?
I love this. Oh yeah, right, bud. Yeah, right.
Hold on. Providence is the last part or something.
I see. Yeah, I could see Providence. I can see
I
that.
can see Providence. Yeah. Disaster Providence.
I don't
Sebastian,
know.
you can't offer these and not have their names.
That's so funny.
There's-
It
That's
didn't say the names.
It doesn't matter. You're supposed to
this thing-
have the names.
No, I don't
Providence
have
or,
the
like,
names.
Provider. I don't know. That's weird.
Provider.
Provider. It's a. What's that?
I see I see DAC logo. That's a logo in
It's
the middle.
redefined. It's
Yeah,
It's
that's
redefined.
right.
It's redefined. It's redefined.
It's our second
Yep.
new logo.
Disaster Providence. I don't know. Okay.
We'll go
All
with that.
All right. Last one. If anyone knows how to read these, let us know. Here we go.
Yeah, please comment down below.
Oh wow.
Hold on, I think I might get this one. Nope. I was saying.
Pure.
So, hold on. Something anus. It's the anus
look,
at the
I
end
see
of.
anus too.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah.
Pure anus.
Furious.
Pure
Furious.
anus. Well, I think it's pure anus.
Pure
Pure
anus.
anus. Pure
Pure
anus.
anus.
What at the bottom? It's like it says good almost, but it's got an e at the end or something.
Good.
Goo.
Goose. Fury anus goose.
Pure
Ooh.
anus goose.
Pure anus goose. Pure anus goose.
That is so weird.
Pure anus goose was that one. I'm going pure anus goose. That sounds like a good name,
That's a
man.
great
Yep.
name.
I think that's their name. That's
Pure
what you guys
anus
are called
dude.
now.
Dude,
So,
here's the deal with these metal bands. And you know what? Dying Oath does not do that. You can actually read Dying
Yep.
Oath
Yep.
in there because I thought about them when I was doing this. And you can actually read Dying Oath.
I didn't know you. I didn't know you knew Dying Oath. That's awesome. That's the homies right there.
really? Yeah, we don't really. Really?
Why do bands do this? If your goal to be in a band, okay, Jordan, your goal in your band is to get big,
It's to be
and
known.
get known,
be
make
known.
money making music, right?
Like this is the most unlegible that we go. Like,
Yeah.
that's
And
as
it's,
far
and
as we
it's still
go.
legible, but I don't know if
Yes.
it's legible.
No,
'cause I
it's
know it.
not. Yeah, I think you know it. That's why.
That's
what-
why we yeah.
Why does everybody do that? If you want to be original, music is all about being original. Why
Yes.
do all these metal bands want to fit into the same exact style of all these other metal bands so they just fit with the herd? Because the ones that make it are the ones that don't fit with the herd. They're the
Honestly,
ones that
I'm
stand
working
out.
on a new song about this with Redefined. It's called Copycat, and it's like you see all these things on TikTok, and like one person does something funny, a million other people do the same video
Yes.
trying to get that hit. And it's just like it's the same thing with music, and they've been doing it a lot more here recently with this generation. They hear a song, they hear the breakdown, and they want to copy exactly what it is.
Have you seen? So do you get on TikTok a lot?
A good bit,
No.
yeah.
Okay,
Facebook Reels and TikToks are the downfall of
have
me.
you seen those people that do that like robot thing where a flower they smell it like a flower they smell it?
The NPCs.
That is so
Yeah.
weird to me. It's
Roses.
like,
Thank you
yeah,
for the
what-
roses.
that's
Oh,
so-
a glizzy.
why
A
is it
glizzy,
always,
yeah.
why is it always like a weird creepo 40-year-old man doing it though?
It's so weird, dude. Yeah, like there's one guy. He's like apparently you can give hot dogs on TikTok. And if
Oh my
he
God.
gets like 70 and 80, he's like going into glizzy overload. He's like, it's so weird, bro.
Dude,
But he's an NPC.
it's never like a young cool person. It's always like a
No, It's
like,
all sometimes it's girls. It's girls. That's who started
There's a
it.
video of like some girl in like a Spider-Man costume, and
Right,
like her husband
right.
busts in and like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Babe, no, no," no." And she apparently makes like $2,000 a day. Being an
She
NPC.
probably
Okay.
explained it to him. He's like, all right, you cool.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep doing it.
Go for it.
For me, there's room on TikTok for like 2 people to do this, and that's their thing. And then
Yeah.
everybody else follow because there's a lot of viewers watching that thing.
Copycat lifestyle, bro.
I can't do that. I could never go on TikTok and be like, "Thanks for the roses. Thanks for the roses."
And just sit there for hours on end. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, actually, we should probably do that. I'm not gonna lie. I just want the glizzy. I just want the glizzy part.
Yeah,
the glizzy.
Thank you for the hot dogs.
I would never,
you
copycat.
Yeah.
Now I can't wait to hear that. I can't.
Oh,
wait
dude,
to
it's
hear
gonna
that.
be all about this whole lifestyle that's going on with TikTok and
yeah,
stuff.
but that's our world in which we live in, especially in the music and art creation. There is no more originality, and those I would say those who are original, they get propelled to the top.
On.
So
I feel like the original ones get slept on a lot.
No, well, if they're broke. If they're broke,
I think that's
if they don't have enough. Yeah,
that's our problem. We try to be original, but then we get slept on because we don't have the money to propel it.
I would think, like if Jordan and I were to do that, like on a dual screen and did something like that, we actually look kind of cool. So but it would be funny and comedic and not for like being serious.
Like suck each other off.
No, do the whole like,
virtually.
Listen to our band.
Virtually, he's like, don't tell my wife.
Listen to your band. Listen to my podcast. Listen to my band.
And then, like, back and forth.
There'd be a way to do it comedic. That would be a new spin on things. I feel weird. I still feel weird.
Again, I think the problem is, hey guys, those you guys that suck, quit, please. That's all I'm asking. Just stop. Please.
The bad thing is nobody tells them that they suck.
No, well, no, the ones that do.
No, people do tell them they suck.
People on the internet are ruthless. That's for sure.
Right. And then, but every band thinks they're the best. That's the problem. And then when you tell them, hey, I'm trying to get this damn gnat. I'm telling you, I was almost got him, but I him. Yeah,
I've smacked my computer screen before.
But so that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we gotta get. So the problem is, guys, there's a lot of bad bands. There's a lot of bad art. There's a lot of bad. But we can't tell you what to like and what not to like. We get it. But go to the original source. And one of my favorite comedians, this poor man has his stuff uploaded and duplicated so many times, like people acting out, and that is Jason. Oh shoot, now I forgot his name. Jason something comedy and Jason Banks comedy, and he does a whole bunch of things where he has like a little kid or something like that.
Oh yeah, the light skin dude.
Yeah, light skin.
He does
guy.
Like his son, like he's talking to his son.
It's like he's talking to that poor guy. Yeah, exactly. And how many times do we see like people reenacting
they use
with his voice
exact sound clip and do the same kind of video?
And guess what? It does not give him any money.
No, and it might do more than his original did.
Exactly.
I noticed social media let's say you're in a band or do whatever. You can get a TikTok video, put it out there. Let's say your TikTok video has 100,000 views. Okay.
Yep.
Doesn't mean your Spotify numbers are going to grow from that.
Nope.
It's because people don't always they like the short clips that they watch that on TikTok, but that doesn't mean that they're going to follow you everywhere else.
Yep. And then that also means they're not going to come to your show when you come to their town
most of the time, or they're going to come for that little there was a big thing that happened recently with Pierce the Veil and that King for the Day song that blew up. It blew up out of nowhere again because it was already big, and then 5 years later it blows up because of TikTok. There's a video of where like people waited for them to do King for the Day, and then you just see like half the crowd leave. Like this whole stadium.
When they say sleeping like a dog on the floor.
Yeah, that part. Yep.
With Jason McKinnon.
I'm a demon, I'm a bit something. He's all happy.
All right, let's get to this other song real quick.
we got Point North. Bring Me Down. Don't bring me down.
Yeah. me down. Fool me once, fool me twice. No reply, parasites. Got an appetite for me. See the hype, so they climb. My golden vine, parasites. Got an appetite for me. I won't give them the satisfaction. Fool me once, fool me twice. You pay the price, paradise ain't the place you wanna find me. Choose who to lose. I'm walking through a spider web like it's a noose, and it ain't ever coming loose. I'm turning blue. Oh, here we go. There ain't nobody I trust, and I know the higher they get, the farther they'll fall. So I pull as hard as I can just to sever the rope. Fool me once, fool me twice. No replay, parasites. Got an appetite for me. See the hype, so they climb. My golden vine, parasites. Got an appetite for me. I won't give them the satisfaction. Fool me once, fool me twice. You pay the price, paradise ain't the place you wanna find me. You're feeling touched, you're born to light. You're treating me of all you can find. Break away, I'm running on. I got a parasite in my life, so I'm cutting ties. You wanna find me. Fool me once, fool me twice. You pay the price. You pay the price.
Just for a quick second before we get into, I do want to talk about the Mike
I love
Tyson.
that, by the way.
Yeah, that was a great song. Yeah,
That was.
that is a good song.
Like I like Silly Goose a lot too, but that right there was
All right.
refreshing.
First of all, like Sebastian was gonna put Buck Owens, an old.
We're
Buck
still
Owens
playing
song.
Buck Owens as our outro tonight.
Jesus
Hopefully
Christ,
YouTube lets it. I love Buck Owens. That's a great song too, Buck.
He thinks it's a new song. I was like, dude, new songs.
No. I don't think it's a new song. I know it's an old song. I just happen to like the song. I've been watching that show Fallout.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it is.
And they play that song, this Buck Owens song on
Have you played
Fallout.
any of the games on there? Like,
No, he's not a gamer.
I'm not
at all.
I'm not a gamer.
It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay. But dude, the soundtrack on all those games, like 3, New Vegas, and 4, are just chef's kiss, bro. It's that old school. Oh, it's so good.
I would be a gamer. I just don't have a lot of time.
I get that. I get
I'm
it.
busy, man.
I don't even stream anymore, dude. Like it's hard. Like I get it.
We're in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We are just too busy.
But before we get, we're going to talk about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. Before we get into that, real quick, about the Slipknot secret concert, apparently, in, was probably Southern California, I guess, Pioneer Town.
Pioneer Town. I don't even know where that's at.
Do these Elon Musk was there? Do these rich guys just throw these secret concerts all the? Is that like a normal thing to do?
Yeah, it's like a Diddy party.
Yeah, it's like recently my buddy was just talking about it at work tonight. Post Malone did it. There was like 300-400 people there, and they were like, we got a special guest coming, and like all of a sudden Post Malone come out.
Jordan's waiting for his invite to a private party.
Not just.
Dude,
I'll be there immediately.
If that happens, invite me. If all these other rich people are going to be there, just
please.
We'll each of the rooms and be like, okay, we're not in this one. This is
Yeah.
I mean, people are kind of hating on it a little bit, I think, but it's who cares?
Well,
I mean,
Kelly is
money.
hating on it.
No,
Kelly Osbourne.
I don't think she was hating on it because she was there with her son.
Right.
And that was her son's first concert. I don't think she was hating on it as much as she was telling the story. People might have interpreted it as her hating on it, but
right.
I don't think that's a hate thing. I think she's used to that with her dad, Ozzy, probably did stuff like this also.
Yeah, exactly.
I never really thought, you don't think that these bands that are already big and famous do these private concerts, but money talks.
Dude, they're starting to use it as Rihanna when she was pregnant.
Right.
Got like $8 million to go to like Saudi Arabia or something like that and perform.
That's right. Well,
give me $8 million. I will be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, what do you want to shoot ping pong balls? I'll do it. Let's go. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Shoot ping pong balls.
I'll find something entertaining to do.
Jordan, you guys have to do a concert at Slow Jamistan. So
well, that'd be awesome.
You probably never heard of Slow Jamistan, but look it up.
I'll have to. Is it nothing like old R&B groups?
It's a new republic out in Imperial Valley, California. So out by El Centro.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it. Sebastian's a resident now, so
I am.
Soon to be. And they did respond back to us. So thank you, the dictator of
the Sultan of Slow Jamistan.
That's right. He's like, let's go. Let's do it.
But that's the thing that big bands do. They do these private venues. And don't hate on them for doing that. They're not sellouts. They're making their money.
The internet's trying to use it as a way to bash too. Did you see the Rick Ross thing?
People get pissed off.
They tried to show that Rick Ross didn't have fans because of Drake and all this beef going on. They're like, Rick Ross ain't got no fans. Look at this show. And this guy come on there with receipts. He's like, this is my private show that I paid for.
I thought it was Quavo. I thought it was Quavo that had that
one too. That was the whole Chris Brown and him having problems.
Right.
There was one with Rick Ross recently. I don't know. I think the Quavo one was actually really not a lot of people there. I think that was real.
I think that was a big venue for.
Nobody wants to see the Migos unless it's the Migos, and one of them's dead now. So I mean,
exactly.
They don't want.
So we can all agree. Like I've said this to bands time and time again. Do not book a venue that is too bigger than what you can pull.
Yes.
Example, if you can only pull 30 heads on a Friday night, do a 150 cap room. That's it. If you do a 500 cap room and you only pull 30 heads, it looks a lot worse than a 150 room. So
what I don't get is when bands hate on other bands for doing stuff like this, when the whole point you're in a band. I'm going to call it out right now. A lot of bands, I'm never going to sell out, blah, blah, blah. And there's idiots like that.
You better sell out. You better sell out.
But if you want to make money doing what you love, you don't have to change what you love to
it's like a life-changing contract comes to you and you're going to be like, nah, my pride.
No, fuck.
Right. No, yeah.
Okay, I get if they want
the 30 people back home that care are going to be really disappointed in me.
I get if you're like, well, I still want to do what I love, so I'm not trying to sell out. Well, lots of times bands still do their own music and make a lot of money doing their own music. It's not selling out, dude. It's just getting your music out there, known to a lot more people. That's all that is.
We want all record labels to understand that Redefined and Sleep Deprived will sell booty hole picks. They will sell feet picks
immediately.
He will sell out immediately.
As long as I can keep making music, I'm cool with it. Let's sell it out.
Exactly. Yeah. He will take that nice mustache of his, and
I'll give you the Diddy treatment without the underage part.
I wanted your mustache. I just can't do it. I'm too like.
No, you can do that.
Oh, so Sebastian, by the way, I saw Sebastian, and Sebastian's about hey men, if you want to get hair pieces, that's fine. There's a hair extension for the mustache. Yes, sir.
I thought you were gonna have the hair on tonight. Honestly,
I got tired of doing my hair, so I took it off.
Makes sense.
Sebastian is only within a 2-week period, and then he's done with it. No matter what it is.
Not always true. I stick to a lot of things, but it just took a lot of effort to do it.
All right. So first of all, the only thing that you stuck to is oil and gas in this podcast. That's it.
Hey,
isn't a bun.
Conventions. I'm doing conventions. We're doing
that's a new thing. That's a new thing.
But I'm sticking with that. That's the money. I stick to money making things.
That'll be a thing.
There's no money in this. No one's listening.
But I believe in the product.
I believe you make.
All you got to do is hit that one viral clip, man.
That's
Somebody's
what I'm waiting
that's
for.
it.
You remember Conan O'Brien? I believe in the year 3000.
In
You
the
know
year
that one?
2000.
I believe in the loud spot and our podcast. I
Yep.
believe I can fly.
Let's go to the last music break real quick.
All right, our last song before we get into our last topic is going to be a guy, Elijah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, and
I think you guys will like this.
the song is called Hostage. I never heard it before. Let's play it right now on the loud spot.
Inside the walls that I create, that paralyzed by all my own mistakes. I cannot escape. I need a sign of hope, but I can't cut the rope. I'm my own worst enemy. I lock myself away in misery and lost the key. I'm going crazy, losing sanity. Now when I think that I got somebody set me free. I need a sign of hope, someday to break this curse, but I can't cut the rope. I'm my worst enemy. I lock myself away in misery and lost the key. I'm going crazy, losing sanity. Now when I think that I got it, I'm back in the cage and I'm locked in. I hold myself hostage.
Let's do Blake Shelton next week with The Voice. That's what we're going to do next week. And for now, we're going to talk about the.
We can just
How
mention.
far are you into Fallout?
Huh?
I already
finished it. I finished
Okay.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Okay. Yes.
It's so good. It's so
It's
good.
very good.
Okay, but let's go to the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. Apparently, there's new rules. They're going to do 2-minute rounds. What is a normal round in boxing? Is it 3 minutes?
I thought it was 3 minutes or 4 minutes or something.
It's either 3 or 5, but I get it mixed up with UFC.
Yeah,
I
and then championships too. So
Yeah, championship matches are usually different and stuff like that.
But
I want to say they're like 2.5 minutes usually, aren't they? Like championship rounds, 2.5 minutes,
no,
3 minutes.
That's sex. That's sex.
Oh, okay, yeah. 2.5 minutes. That's gracious.
I'm going to the fight. It's only a few hours away from me, 3 hours away from me, so I'm going to it. I got nosebleed seats, and they were still like $400.
Do you feel I was about to say, do you feel comfortable telling me how much the nosebleeds were?
Yeah, $400. Like $400. Well, it was like $250, but then you got fees and taxes on top of that.
Fees just because. What are you gonna do? Not go?
Yeah, they got so many fees for everything. They got a sit down fee, a walk in fee, a corn dog fee,
corn dogs, Jackie.
Every kind of fee that you can have. Let's place our bets on the fight. I'm gonna go with Mike Tyson.
I'm going with Paul just because I feel like it's going to be rigged.
I have a feeling that, I'm with Jordan on this one. I think after the last press conference, I think it's Tyson was way too nice, and I'm hoping. I'm with you, Sebastian, as far as I'm hoping that he's going to not go. He's going to go off script and just say, "Fuck you,
power, man." He still has it.
Here's what I think. I think if it's rigged, Jake Paul wins. If it's not rigged, Mike Tyson wins.
100%.
That's what I'm going with.
But I think after the last press conference, it was way too nice. Like there was no trash talking from Mike Tyson.
Well, because Mike Tyson knew when he was a kid, like they're family friends and shit.
It doesn't matter if I'm fighting you, Sebastian, I'm fucking beating your ass.
Old press conferences with Tyson, he was like, "I'll eat your kids,"
yeah, exactly.
They're doing
wild.
I will fuck your grandchildren.
They're doing it to make money. Period. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about Blake Shelton and The Voice next week, and we're gonna play instead of the outro song, as long as YouTube allows it. We'll play it on the podcast anyways. We're gonna play who sings this song again? Buck Owens.
God damn it.
Buck Owens.
How you gonna go into who plays this song?
Because
you brought it up.
Because
next week you got to do Big Iron. Big Iron on his heel.
No, we're doing all the songs. We're doing all the songs from the 50s or whatever the year it was. All Out Special on the last spot. Here is Buck Owens with Act Naturally. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely, and all I gotta do is act naturally. Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can't never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come to see me in the movie. Then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that's ever hit the big time, and all I gotta do is act naturally. We'll make the scene about a man that's sad and lonely, and begging down upon his bended knee. I'll play the part, but I won't need rehearsing. All I'll have to do is act naturally. Well, I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can't never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come to see me in the movie, but then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that's ever hit the big time, and all I gotta do is act naturally.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.